Much is not mentioned about the 22-year-old junior collegiate athlete, Alexis Jones, which is rather surprising, considering the athlete successfully undertook an historic feat in becoming the strongest pound-for-pound woman powerlifting athlete that currently exists, with a total of 701 kilograms. In turn, absolutely shattering the prior world record, irrespective of weight class, of 680 kilograms, which was held by the highly accomplished, legendary Bonica Brown. Also, her squat of 272.5 kilograms, bench press of 168 kilograms, and finally, deadlift of 260.5 kilograms are all pound for pound junior world records. If we were to look back at all such records since 2012, Alexis is the only junior athlete in the history of the sport to attain world records within all three disciplines. It is also worth noting that 2022 may have been a writing on the wall of what was to transpire in 2023. Since 2014, Bonica Brown has absolutely dominated the super heavyweight class. However, such unrelenting dominance was broken by Alexis, who recorded an end-of-season total of 672.5 kilograms versus Bonica's 668.5 kilograms total, a lead difference of 0.60% or 4 kilograms. Systematically successful in undertaking all 9 attempts at the USAPL collegiate nationals, a 701 kilograms world record total equates to a 3.08% or 21 kilograms lead advantage over second place standing athlete Bonica Brown, who currently has a total of 680 kilograms as previously stated. However, Alexis' current lead advantage of 3.08% is 5.67% below the historical average lead advantage since 2013 to 2021, which stands at 8.75%. Individually, Carey, in 1996, historically recorded the highest lead difference of 16.77%. Within that same year, she also broke the 1995 world record of 242.5 kilograms total, which was held by 16-year-old Teresa Barto by a staggering margin of 82.35%, whereby Carey totaled 442.2 kilograms. After Alexis' performance at the USAPL Collegiate Nationals, the athlete wrote on her Instagram page, dated the 20th of April 2023, quote, 11 records, 9 for 9, 27 white lights, 701 kilograms total, my greatest performance yet, and I'm just getting started, unquote. We should keep in mind that the 11 times IPF world champion, 4 times pound for pound world record total holder, powerhouse Bonica Brown, who is synonymous for her immensely fierce competitive streak, is set to compete at the upcoming IPF World Classic Championships. Therefore, it should be compelling to see how she responds to be relegated to second place position. It should be stated that even though Bonica has a seemingly high level of inherent competitiveness, is it feasible for her to challenge Alexis' world record, at least within the immediate future? Comparatively, on average, spanning her sporting career as a whole, it is discovered that Bonica, as a super heavyweight athlete, historical squat reliance tends to account for 45.34% in means of generally building her competition totals, which is 4.64% above the remaining top 5 pound for pound athletes group's squat reliance of 40.70%, whilst both bench press, which has an average group bench press reliance of 23.30%, accounts for 25.69%, and deadlift, which amounts to a percentile of 28.97%, which is notably 8.16% below the current historical group average of 37.13%. Unconventionally, at her most recent competition at the IPF Sheffield, there is an evident change wherein which Bonica seemingly relied primarily on the deadlift principle to build her PR total of 680 kilograms, as deadlift reliance stood at 37.13%, thereby matching the remaining top 5 historical percentile group average as noted earlier. Furthermore, it appears that both bench press and squat principles experienced a decline in reliance, whereby squat reliance stood at 41.18%, which is a decline of 4.16%, and bench press at 21.69%, a relative decline of 4%. If further parallels are made, in conjunction with Alexis' historical average total build-up, it is apparently evident that the junior athlete has both a larger or higher reliance for both squat and bench press. For example, Alex's average squat reliance stands at 46.80%, which is both 1.46% above Bonica's average reliance and 6.1% above the group's average reliance of 40.70%. Currently, bench press accounts for 31.29%, which is also 5.69% above Bonica's average historical bench press reliance of 25.69%. In further conjunction with a 2.39% positive difference above the group's historical average of 23.3%. On the other hand, Alexis' average deadlift stands at 21.91%, which is 7.06% below Bonica's average of 28.97%, plus 14.08% below the group's average. However, at her last competition, which was at the USAPL Collegiate Nationals, Alexis, similar to Bonica, shifted her reliance towards the deadlift principle in the quest of building the athlete's latest world record total of 701 kilograms, which stood at 37.16%, a massive increment of 15.25%, whilst bench press declined by 7.32%, including a further decline in squat reliance by 7.93%. Taking everything in account, seemingly, Bonica has the option to either focus on both squats and deadlift. Another option could possibly include slightly increasing both squats and bench press, whilst exponentially increasing reliance on the deadlift to possibly break Alexis' world record of 701 kilograms. Prior to Bonica's absolute dominance since 2014, dating from 1993 to 2013, it appears world record totals, on average, for top pound-for-pound athletes relied largely on the deadlift principle to contribute to their world record totals, which amounts to a group percentile median of 43.10%, which is 7.11% above the current top 5 athletes' group average of 35.99%. Secondly, both squats accounts for 32.95% and bench press at 24%, even though Alexis' lead difference, which stands at 3.09% or 21 kilograms, is a respectable wide margin. However, historically, between 1993 to 2013, women's super heavyweight world records were broken by a median of 8.21%. Therefore, it is not if, but when is the task of breaking the world record of 701 kilograms will be broken and by whom. With a seemingly equally fierce competitive streak, Alexis could respond within the near future by either simply focusing on increasing both deadlifts and bench press or all three disciplines. Her PR deadlift of 260.5 kilograms is currently placed at number 2 on the all-time 84 to 140 kilograms plus all-time standing, plus number 4 on the pound-for-pound list of athletes. Also, both an impressive bench press of 168 kilograms, which is positioned at number 4, and a squat of 272.5 kilograms, which is currently positioned at number 3 on the all-time Pound for pound, list of women athletes. Quintessentially, Alexis year-on-year median progression rate for bench press currently stands at 2.6%, which is 0.4% higher than the remaining top 6 pound for pound women athletes. Group median progression rate of 2.20%. Additionally, both her deadlift year-on-year progression rate currently stands at 4.37%, which is 3.06% above the group's average of 1.31%, whilst squat stands at a further average percentile of 5.15%, which is 3.76% above the group's average. Also, our year-on-year average total currently stands at 4.10%, which is 2.71% above the group's average of 1.39%. Interestingly, if we were to turn our gaze to the fact that since Alexis started to compete in 2019, has thus far competed in 8 raw full meets. Therefore, it is reasonable to further undertake comparisons with the remaining top 5 athletes of all time, first 8 meets average progressions as a grouping. For example, as a group, squat stands at an average of 5.16%, which means that Alexis' year-on-year progression is slightly below by a percentile of 0.01%. Comparatively, the group's year-on-year median for bench press stands at 5.48%, which is 2.88% above Alexis' average of 2.6%. Deadlift averages as a group at 2.85%, which means that the athlete's deadlift is progressing at 1.52% above the first 8 full raw meets average year-on-year group progression. Lastly, as highlighted earlier, Alexis' year-on-year total average progression rate currently stands at 4.10%, which is 0.56% above the group's average. Overall, it's proven even further that the deadlift principle has seemingly been significantly advantageous for the young athlete in building one's historical total. However, even though her bench press of 168 kilograms is highly impressive, quantitative comparisons has proven the possible need for even more progression. Hopefully, within the near future, we may in fact witness Roberta Collins' 2003 bench press world record of 177.5 kilograms be finally broken, even though it was not mentioned throughout. But opponents such as both Canada's Brittany Schlatter, who was a recent PR total of 662 kilograms, and Belgium's Sonita Molo, whose PR total currently stands at 661 kilograms, are all worth keeping a close eye on for even more contention within the super heavyweight class. Anyway, kindly leave your comments below and share your thoughts. Blessed love, everyone.